Frustration and concern are mounting across the United States as the country's new COVID-19 cases, fueled by the highly contagious Delta variant, topped 100,000 on Friday, hitting a 6-month high since February. The latest surge has raised new questions about the significant inadequacies in the U.S. disjointed, piecemeal response to the pandemic, which has been led by governors, mayors and local health departments, with the federal government playing a supporting role. What is worse, nearly 18 months into the pandemic, there's no consensus on masking, vaccination and other mitigation measures because of partisan divide and political polarization, experts have said.
The fact that there is state government and federal government in the U.S., I think, was also a major weakness. I mean, the structure of the U.S. government, I think, emerged as a major obstacle because there was no uniformity between the federal government policies and the state governments.
That is a big question because you see many people believe these masks have a politic science. And if you put a mask, that means you belong to one communist party because they want people to don't say anything. It looks crazy for me because when you learn the history, we protect ourselves with masks for many, many years. In Europe, it's something for me normal. But for many people, they take it as a politic. But I don't know why this time for this disease, it takes a politic science. On a very strong political side. Now we get the vaccine. People now, they don't trust the vaccine. And it is complex. My big question is, who should we trust?
Months into the United States inoculation campaign, Black Americans' COVID-19 vaccination rates are still lagging behind, while Hispanics are closing the gap and Native Americans show the highest rates overall, federal data has shown. Experts regard racism as a major driver of racial and ethnic health inequities.
Hispanics and African origin people who are living far away from the city centers were not able to access the same facilities like in the US. And the numbers which have been coming out regularly up to now is showing that the major casualties have been non-white populations.
That's evidence of continuous systemic racism in terms of the resources availed to the indigenous people and to the people of minority status. So the fact that the minorities are not well resourced, they do not get as much information as they should, would account for the prevalence of the disease when it comes to that area. The response capacity is reduced or minimized, not as much. So when they are hit, then they are hit very hard.